Apologies for that, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. That little sound at the very beginning there was me moving my microphone because I got back in front of my PC the moment that last song was ending. So everything looks good on my end on that front. Let me go ahead and mute desktop so that's not an issue later. Copy and paste. There you go. That was off of Caleb Hyles's debut original song album, In One Breath. That was the song Stay. Now my obligations out of the way, let me go ahead and bring you into the actual stream here. Boop. Hello everyone. Welcome. I'm Peter Moxilin, Keeper of the Archives. Welcome back to the Anime Watchalong, the weekly stream where I just kind of sit back and do one of my hobbies, but live. So, usual disclaimer here. You are not going to be seeing the anime on stream here live or anything. I don't feel like having my channel deleted. I'm going to be listening. I'm going to be watching the anime on my end. You're going to be seeing this screen, but with the anime title. It is up to you to actually be watching the show live with me, or to kind of sync it up and post in the VOD. I'll be providing the link for each episode as I start watching it, so don't worry on that front. But yeah, it's gonna be on you. If you don't have like a premium subscription or whatever, then kind of like how I'm not currently signed into Crunchyroll apparently. Log in. Cool. And there we go. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, for the drink along today, in case you want to have whatever it is I'm drinking, I have two things in front of me right now. I have a full glass of, what is it called? Like orange gold flower? What the hell is this? It's some kind of fruity tea. I think I might have featured it once before on the channel. It is like near candy fruit flavor. And as a result, it's at least interesting to drink. I doubt that it's like super good to people who actually like a lot of teas or are connoisseurs of tea. But for the kind of thing where I'm just kind of sitting here staring at a screen, commenting a little bit, that kind of powerful flavor profile is actually pretty decent for keeping me invested consistently. And the other thing I have is the 1918 White Lady. I'm going to go ahead and stir that up to make sure everything's incorporated correctly. There we go. Oh, that actually got pretty loud. My apologies. Got it. Don't tap the fondue fork on the glass. Anyway, but so the 1918 White Lady is not following the modern White Lady recipe that uses gin. It's actually equal parts 1 ounce in the spec each of lemon juice, creme de menthe, and of dry curacao or any orange liqueur. Because I now have a juicer and I'm actually making fresh fruit juice for my cocktails, I actually, I know that standard lemons, as standard as they get here, the size and the modern species and whatever genetic manipulation we've done over time has made it so that each lemon has around 2 ounces of juice in it. So if the recipe called for 1 ounce and I get 2 ounces out of the fruit and I'm not like juicing 10 lemons to store in a bottle somewhere, screw it, just double the recipe. 2 ounces creme de menthe, 2 ounces dry curacao, 2 ounces lemon juice. Then it turned out that my lemon was just a little bit on the dry side apparently, so it was a little over the 1 3/4 ounce mark, but didn't quite make it to 2. So this might be a little bit less lemony than usual, but meh. Also, the actual recipe, because it's a White Lady, calls for a white creme de menthe. I don't have that, and it's the same flavor. So I have a very deep forest green White Lady. Okay, yeah. That's why I wanted to do something like that, actually. If you're using just like a bottled store-bought style of fruit juice, like just the squeeze bottle of lime or whatever, versus freshly squeezed lime juice, or in this case lemon for both of those, the fresh stuff actually does bring some other elements to the drink. Like, it is so difficult to actually parse out something to define that as, but it's that whole, you can tell when they used a fresh ingredient versus a preserved ingredient kind of thing. And it's like, the flavor isn't like different in definition, it's just different in depth. That's what I'm getting out of that, is that there's like, it's still the lemon, but there's more freshness to it. Yeah, there's more twists into the lemon tartness and more of a peak lemon in the front, rather than just being kind of a single note held throughout. Anyway, that is actually super tasty. I actually maybe should adapt that so that I water it down a bit. Like maybe add 2 ounces of water and see how that tastes or something. Because the only thing I have even remotely against that is that it is strong. It kicks you in the face with how much flavor is in there. Anyway, that being said, let me do this, and then let's get into our first... not get into our first show of the evening, actually, because I have a bit of a preamble for the shows from now on, starting last week or so. Here is the stuff that's not on stream. So, this is not literally every show that my sister and I are watching off stream, but it's kind of the ones that I feel like talking about, basically. So, to start with, Trigun, which I should technically have Trigun Stampede written there. I forgot to fix that. Trigun Stampede, they are doing Vash and Knives really well. And everything else is okay. I still hate that they got rid of Millie and they replaced her with Roberto De Niro. I am not kidding, that is his name. And Roberto is the exposition character who just knows everything because he's a grizzled veteran of the journalism industry on this planet that apparently exists. So, it's a fun enough watch. It is worth watching. Vash and Knives are great. Everything else is okay. Let's see. Fire Hunter. Oh boy, the Fire Hunter was actually such an interesting premise and such an interesting art style that I genuinely wanted to put it on the watch-along here. Like, especially since NieR Automata is on break for this week and for the foreseeable future because of COVID, I genuinely was on the verge of trying to argue for taking it off of the off-stream stuff and putting it into the watch-along. Then we saw episode 2. Okay, let me not beat around the bush here because it's not bad. The show has a very interesting premise to it, and it's being executed quite well. Except for the action. There were so many still frames and so many cut corners in the production with respect to the action and 1 or 2 of the non-action scenes that, like, for me, the ideal of where it goes from here is if it's not an action show and instead is a character drama. So, like, we're dealing with the fact that the main character is returning a dead man's personal possessions to his family and the organization he belonged to and all that. Focus on that rather than focusing on killing the really fucking cool ash fiends, fire fiends, whatever they're called. Because, oh boy, action sure doesn't seem like the strong suit of the production. I really hope at least it stays that way or gets better. Like, if episode 2 is the low point of the production quality, I would be ecstatic about that. As is, I'm not particularly looking forward to the next fight scene in a show where I thought it was going to be an action show. Next up, Summertime Rendering. This is a show that actually aired, like, earlier in 2022? Maybe it was a 2021 show, even. But basically it is a time travel mystery action horror show that is doing a fair bit right. It is super engaging when it's doing stuff right. And then all of the fan service comes in, and, like, all of the fan service thus far has been plot relevant in some way or another, but that doesn't stop it from being fan service. Like, having the naked girl who was about to go into the shower see, spoiler, and then have the camera basically from spoiler's viewpoint looking at the girl, and so needing, like, the good old long bang nipple censorship, rather than just keeping the camera in over the shoulder from the girl's perspective. So, like, God of War Ragnarok style camera applied to that scene. Because then you wouldn't have to censor anything, you actually save money on lip flaps, and you would still have the same scene. That's the kind of thing that they do basically once per episode or so. It's like, look, at least you're trying to integrate the fan service, but you could just not. You could just not have the fan service. Just find other angles. And then there's one or two things that are just bad. And I'm not going to talk about it too much because it is spoilers to go too much into it. It's a show where it has positives and negatives. And both positives and negatives are pretty severe in some ways. I would argue that positives are more severe than the negatives are negative. So, all in all, worth watching, fun show. Maybe turn your brain off as you watch it, though, just that you don't think too much. And then the final one for the stuff that I want to talk about that we're watching off stream is Ancient Magus Bride. Or Magus Bride? I keep saying Magus, like there's an I-U-S. Anyway, but this is a show that aired several years ago. I want to say like on the order of 5 or 6 years ago. And season 2 is actually coming next season. In fact, if you follow me on Twitter at Peter Moxilin, then you will have seen that I talked about it a little bit, as in I mentioned the shows that I'm intending to watch for next season's Watchalong, and how next season is weirdly kinda packed. Ancient Magus Bride being one of them. So I've never actually seen the show all the way through, but I did watch like a weekly review of it, so I know a lot of what's happening. It is a great little set in Britain fantasy magic. It is just beautiful to watch, well thought out, interesting magic system, not necessarily super complex or going in depth on the rules or anything, but like, you know, all that magic of the English Isles where you have like the fairy folk, and that's where you get wizards with wands in a lot of media and everything. Yeah, it's taking that, but in a very normally understated, but very well executed and well written direction. I don't want to say too much because we're honestly only about like 3 or 4 episodes in, so I don't know. I can't speak about a lot of the overarching stuff that happens later. I know some of what happens, and it's fucking awesome, but we will get there, and I'll talk about it more then. Now, with that out of the way, let's actually move on to our first show of the evening, Revenger. Let me go ahead and bring that up. 3. Wait for it to load. Pause. First frame. Copy. Paste. There you go. Go in full screen. Take a sip of my tea now that the cocktail has finally left my mouth for the most part. I wonder if I didn't steep it for as long this time or something. Like, the flavor isn't quite as intense. Then again, it might just be the lingering lemon still fighting back. Oh, anyway, starting up in 3, 2, 1, boop. I can hear, you can't, good. Hi, Neo, whatever. Okay, are we actually going to the church this time? Ah, very British, apparently. Are we going to have dialogue here, or is this just going to be kind of showing off this world? I kind of want it to be no dialogue. Do we know what your job is? Oh, Pigfoot, okay. You did not expect him to eat that, did you? Yes, is there a reason why you're looking at them? I wonder if he's asking her to join or asking to sell or something. probably asking to join. Okay, now we're in talking. Teaching him layout of the area? Was that your leper colony or something? The Destitute, okay. I have a feeling that outsider town is going to be where a lot of their jobs come from. And while the opening goes here... Yep, YouTube telling me that I'm live, cool. I didn't actually finish my sentence there. While the opening is going, I'm checking my phone. Yeah, this seems like a solid opening. Hello, the church. Oh yeah, her thing isn't kites, it's her garrote wire. Or garrote wire, I guess. Fortune is fickle and blind. Don't be so excited. Okay, so the opium tray is going to be a big thing with this show by the seam of it. Money? So did you plant the opium in there, assumedly? There it is. Oh, no, haven't seen it yet. There it is. Yep, opium hid within the statue. Is opium black? So did his wife frame him? Is this guy framing his wife? Etc., etc. Oh, is that how they did that? Paid off the magistrate? I guess opium was super profitable. A fake opium bust, what do you think? Okay. I guess they were the magistrate. Just gonna cut down to the fucking soul in one moment, huh? I'm gonna guess no, based on that room. Drinking because you lost, drink because you win. Man, you are big. Do they all live here now? Oh no, just bringing in like his bedroll for them to be roommates, I guess. I do not recognize you from the opening, and so I suspect you are not an important character. Okay, have him sleep in the woods then. Oh, pfft. There you go. Oh, Kunima is our main character, right. That is true, his master is dead. At this point in time, I want to say yes. It's more of a moral question. Can they stop being a samurai is an even better question, actually. Okay, hi there, backstory. Oh, it's a kite. I was trying to think for a moment, because the line in the sky, I was thinking about it as like a smoke line behind an airplane or something. And obviously that's not going to be what that is. Fuck. He's respectful. How do I deal with this? Okay, so this is the red light district. Ah, hi you. You're from the church in the opening, at least. So how far are they allowed to go? Probably not particularly far. I'm going... Okay. He was wearing, like, a yukata, at least. When they were bringing the clothes over, I thought that might have been, like, his outerwear. Assumedly, this is our new protagonist. Yeah, we dealt with Benkei, I know. Good dodge. He didn't actually say he doesn't know. Yep, even he is calling him not Benkei, but Musashibu or whatever. Musashi Ball. Is that Margrave from ReZero, by the way? Is that the same voice actor? Ah, the pajama police. I wonder if that was an actual term. It might have been. Ah. Is that a deep enough bite for you? You know what you're doing, though. Do we know anything about who gave him the coin, though? Actually, if it was the guy that Sakamata, whatever the fuck, brought in, then it was that guy who was, being assumedly falsely accused of opium trade. Oh, please say they're at least dead. So obviously not dead, by the way. Sakata, not Sakamata or whatever the fuck I said. Okay, time to kill a guy. Why are you wearing that? Well, if you judge it to be a deep enough bite, then someone does, yes. So we cutting down the cast here? Oh, it's just gonna be you three? Okay, so she was just a little bit of recon, so it is just them two. I'm just bitching because I want to bitch. Oh, one of them gets the room, the other one gets the street. Must admit, I kind of like how this is set late enough in the timeline. Sure. I guess that's what that means. But anyway, this is set late enough in the timeline that samurai have fallen. Like, so like the time of the warrior samurai is gone. And so the ones who actually believe in that ideal are the oddballs and the ones who need to figure out how to survive in the current world. Imagine how much easier a gun would make this. Why not start with that? Okay, you have like steel framed cards or something. Just throw them into their necks. Good. Hopefully lethal. Yeah, neither of those guys would be dead out silent that quickly. The issue with that kind of weapon is that you plug up the hole that you make. So unless you get an exit wound, you're blocking the ability to bleed out quickly. So even hitting an artery, they aren't going to pass out immediately. Granted, you could argue somewhat the same thing with a sword or knife, but with that you can remove it quickly as well. You gonna EI? Sent by the damned. Are we even going to see the draw is the question. That's 3 for him, so he gets the room. Was that 3 even then? Fucking Rochambeau then. This is subtle music, but I kind of like it actually. Can you just throw those? Are those supposed to just be normal cards? Like, bullshit if so. The moon's out. Oh my, you have no idea. That looks like a different coin. And because the depth of the bite is actually an important point, I think that that's setting up a future plot thing. And no after credits, so let's go ahead and move on to Inspector. That should be enough. Good. This is season 2, episode 3, which is that. Oh yeah, we're continuing this plot line. I actually kind of forgot that we left off on not exactly a cliffhanger, but a continuing story. There is that. Full screen, at the first frame already. Drink some booze. Also learning that now that I'm doing a lot of actual hand juicing to get my fresh fruit juice, uh, getting a strainer might actually be a good idea, because, man, dealing with pulp is annoying. Some of it's pretty big, even. Anyway, moving on to the actual show. Starting in 3, 2, 1, boop. Oh yeah, the dude was technically married, and now she's dead. Ex-wife. Noted. Oh, that's true? I don't think we knew that until now. So it seems like this show is kind of falling into a weird little middle area where I almost never remember it. Like, I never think, oh yeah, I wish I could go see another episode right now, but I also enjoy it every time I see it. Like, it's solid and fun, and when I finish an episode, I do want to go watch another, but like, the little bit of spacing between weeks makes it so that it's just, oh yeah, that's a show that exists. I remember liking that. What's that up to? Oh, more good stuff? Cool. I guess that makes it like the definition of a bingeable series. You know, your energy drink that you need at the beginning of every day to get through work reasonably. That thing that everyone just has. God, capitalism sucks. There's the adultery. Infidelity, that's what I was looking for. I mean, they're the police. They have records. I'm sorry, what? It isn't? God damn, dude. Why? Okay, basically make it look like it's just a normal divorce, so you get split 50-50. God, his personal fortune must be fucking enormous if he's basically not working and he lost half of it in the divorce. Well, shit. You have to go to town to get food pretty consistently, right? Check receipts, see if any of the timing lines up to give you an alibi. Shut up, new wife. You are a pretty prime suspect, though. Oh. Well, that sucks. Like, your only actual evidence here is a letter from a dead woman saying to suspect him. I mean, it was written behind her back when she couldn't see in a rush and you can't find the marker. I'm gonna say that's not particularly strong evidence. Oh, they actually are considering that. Okay. Good. In this house, assumedly? You didn't take a trip to the next prefecture over, did you? Oh, is it the Yukiona? I think he mentioned that they have similar faces. Maybe. By any chance, can you make dinner tonight? Is that like a morning outfit? No, it's a wedding outfit, I think. Oh, he saw her in, like, wedding attire there, but then saw again. Got it. Instead, all you have is a literal ghost as your alibi. I literal in the very general sense. I mean, couldn't she at least take human form and say that, hi, I'm the woman he was hanging out with? Like, that opens up a lot of questions about her own past and history, but that does give him an alibi at least. Oh, that's actually a reasonable insight. Also true. I mean, literally yes, but don't feel too bad about it. Alright, capitalism. Uh, not entirely sure if vigilanteism is the best way forward, but it'll probably end up working out because it's the show. Oh, she can actually go do all this. Or more accurately, she can go get the God of Wisdom to do this. Turn out the light first. Yes. Yes, it is. You're not the brightest snow spirit, are ya? Wait, you're not the most reflective snow spirit, are ya? There we go. Aren't the police watching this place? Okay, as long as they aren't meeting at his place, that makes sense, actually. Was there any reason for that? Like, oh, why are you perturbed? Is miffed. The Yuki Ona's alibi is a bit weird. Why is it called that? And I guess it's about how she has the alibi, but you can't use it. Can you pay off the cops? Actually, yeah, probably. Ah, that's why she's miffed. He has school, job, and whatever the fuck you want to consider this stuff. That spirit just move a rock? Got the call. This is not the reason you're here. At least you realized it. I still don't know what the actual definition of an Ayakashi is, by the way. Why is that the symbol on the lamps? There's some cultural stuff I don't know about on that one. That is true. I mean, she actually might be able to. But she remembered pretty clearly based on them having tempura. Because this is what she does. She thinks of the inverse in order to come up with the best possible plan. I mean, the police would go along the same general thought here, just like with poison or assault rather than a ghost. Okay, now that you've successfully destroyed her mind, would you like to give an idea of how to fix this? Okay, we know that she has a history of lying to kind of prove a point, so... Has he always only had half an eyebrow? Oh, yeah, that's from his injury as a kid. They just didn't really draw attention to it. Kotoko, you can see how much she is not doing okay here, right? Wait, does she actually think that's what's happening? This is a lot of character happening right here. God damn it, Kotoko. You may leave and come back next week. Does that work? I mean, I guess it does if she's bringing it up as an idea. Yeah, it's kind of just what she does. AKA, fucking get married. Oh, damn, he found a way to give him self-worth again. So, do you have an actual plan now that you've basically pseudo-married them? Or pseudo-wed them, I guess? Oh, you just already know. Okay. Is it anyone we've met before, or is it like the cop? End the episode? No after credits, and this ending is basically just a zoom out while the song is going. So, next thing. Ah, right. I mentioned this briefly near the intro, but NieR Automata is actually on hiatus for an indeterminate amount of time, and that is starting with episode 4. So I'm gonna go over to NieR here. What? Okay. I think my HDMI cord freaked out for a moment because my screen went dark. Okay, I think we're good though. NieR. Because this should be episode 4. Oh no, wait, we've only seen episode... Oh, okay, whoops. Okay. Because the next slide here, because I thought we were about to go on episode 4, but the next thing is episode 3. I mean, the next thing is Giant Beast of Ars. I'll be honest, I hadn't actually planned for that. So, given that NieR is taking at least a week off here, I'm going to go ahead and skip it, because I thought there wasn't going to be anything. So we are going to go ahead and move on to Giant Beast of Ars, both because I had planned for watching NieR tonight, and as a result of that plan, I was intending to do some recording after the stream, and that 20 minutes could actually be pretty impactful. So, let's go ahead, Giant Beasts. Really? Nope, okay. Of Ars. Is that High Dive? Oh, that might be High Dive. I keep forgetting to put High Dive on the preview or on the slide. Give me just a moment here. You. Now, part of what makes this season kind of difficult to figure stuff out for... Where are you? Give me a moment here. Gotta find it. There it is. Part of what makes the season kind of more difficult than the others, or the previous ones that I've done, is the fact that both NieR is going on hiatus, combined with, honestly, copy, paste, there you go. This show, Giant Beast of Ars, I'm willing to see it out a little bit further, but I'm not super feeling it. Like, it's very JRPG and not necessarily in a great way. So we'll see what they do with a lot of the world building and such now that we've kind of set up the core trio, and assumably they're going to get the 1 or 2 other party members that we saw in the opening. But this is one that I would consider possibly droppable. NieR is honestly also possibly droppable, though it looks good enough that I wouldn't necessarily want to, but it's on hiatus, and there's about 7 other shows that I'm watching off stream, and so the actual pickings for what to replace stuff with, if I did want to replace, are, slim. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with it, starting up Giant Beast of Ars in 3, 2, 1, boop. How did the last episode even end? Okay, so this is the aftermath of the escape attempt. Oh yeah, the clam octopus. Which is kind of a thing, actually. Like, there are octopi that will, like, carry coconut shells with them and, like, use them as shields / armor. Crazy magic drug guy! He's probably livid and about to turn you into magic drugs. Yep, can't have a scene go by without him taking those. They look like a candy. Like an actual... Okay, that's a little bit louder than I thought it was going to be. We've had this opening before, I completely forgot what it was like. By the way, the thing that he's eating looks like an actual real-life candy that I have had before. And it's just like, is it supposed to be candy? I think that episode 1 made it look like a drug, so that's why I've been referring to it as such. Given this show so far, I'm going to guess that it is drugs. Okay, we've seen you three, so then we have you two. So it looks like you're a paladin. Are you his goddess slash cleric? This is a fitting song for the opening, and it works well. It's not quite something I would listen to on my own, I think. Like, it's a bit too opening-centric. It's not necessarily a good enough song unto itself, or good in subjective sense, not like any kind of objective good or bad music. Yeah, and your ring of you're gonna die soon, whatever. Oh, that's... I think they're gonna get that refurbished or something, because it looks better in the opening, I think. I mean, basically, I think. Yeah, how did you know that? Is that just a thing in this world? That is accurate. Did you miss the part where she's a cleric who can bond with you or whatever the fuck? I mean, granted, I guess you don't care about your job at this point. That was a previous cleric fight, wasn't it? Huh. Wait, can that thing not fly? Yes, yes, you and food, I'm aware. Is it hunt the local wildlife and or forage for berries? Or fish? Fish would be kind of weird in this scenario. Is there a town? Yep, there's a forest town. Okay. The Ronnie Thrupp what? Wasn't there a different word for beast person before? Oh, I guess they're already outside. Wait, didn't the door just open? How are they outside already? Hello, father. Oh no. She's speaking the language of her people. What was the direction for this? So when we saw like 6 of them next to each other in the opening, that was actually there's going to be multiple of them. Got it. Do we get to eat this one? Do none of you care that it's raining? Like, the instant I'm in rain, I want to be away from the area and situation entirely. Yeah, none of you care, okay. Not so much for those clean clothes. Also, it's raining and you're wearing just like light white linen. I feel like the rain is just atmospheric here. I mean, fair is fair, there's literally nothing else to look at. Neat. Oh, aquatic giant beast. I would call it a whale, but okay. I wonder if it is actually a giant beast or if it is a whale. Because from their perspective, there wouldn't actually be a difference, but it would be a difference of, like, material. Basically, would it bleed? I mean, I appreciate that the enemy faction just realizes, maybe we shouldn't fuck with that guy. Anyone want to teach her what to do? That seems incredibly dangerous. I'm gonna assume that's not flammable since there's a flame literally in it. Oh yeah, your name's Mia. I keep forgetting about that. Oh, hi there, person from the opening. I feel like that is close to being an equivalent to being an apprentice, but okay. Only because I'm out of practice, etc., etc. You only ate like one bite. You're you. I mean, it'd be really cool if she learned some swordsmanship, actually. Not raccoon, squirrel, hamster creature, but Kumi. I mean, she actually isn't, but okay. Wasn't she like gripping hard enough that she was leaving finger marks in the bark? Wouldn't her fingertips be the one that are bleeding? Or be the part that's bleeding? Because you rush into combat? Hey, takes a village, etc., etc. So, can you become a paladin? They haven't really been clear on the process of how the powers work here. What did you catch? I actually can't quite tell. It looks like two lights on the end of some string. A historic high, okay. That is a walking elephant, okay. Oh, you gonna get fucked. Smash cut to, it was enough to stop Deagle the rock crusher. Also, he's not transformed, actually, so this is kind of impressive. That's an even tougher one. I guess that's a signifier of being stronger. Oh, I'm sure she's about to get murdered on the battlefield. How did you get back before the monster? Oh, guess our population just went down by one. Great job raising that child, everyone. What? Why did you think she wanted that? And she hasn't seemed that off. Where's Melon? How so? Why? Oh, well, Lisa explains why she knows that Kumi is sad. Okay, not their minds then, their feelings. She's a magic empath. Right, so Melon went to the forest to look for Tilly, and Tilly went to go look for. Oh, fuck. I feel like run after Tilly would be the first order of business, and she's closer and slower. Want to pick up the pace, dude? Yeah, so use them clandestinely. Transform, kill the beast, detransform quickly. Hi. What gave that away? Hmm. Fight choreography is very standard so far. Why the fuck haven't you started running, dude? Really? It didn't seem like you were in that much trouble. You really don't want to tell Melon to run again before you do this? What an interesting appearance. Goodbye. One strike kill, I'm gonna guess. My god, they sped up those animation frames so well. Yeah, because a spear that can grow is pretty fucking OP, I got it. Now de-transform. Who are you? I know that we're supposed to be asking who are you for that one, but like, who are you? Uh, he hasn't done anything wrong on purpose. Don't take credit and don't give them away. Don't say yes. Oh, right, you're part of our JRPG party, I forgot. I do like that he's kind of a dumbass. And now you can't escape. I'm in your debt. Let me give you more work. Why would he agree to that? Oh, fuck, she's cute. Just throw him at the Elder and leave again. That cat has not done shit this entire show. Oh, not done yet. I thought that was someone getting thrown out of the window for a moment. Hello, Emoto. And there's the end of the episode. Okay. Okay, like I said, I do want to get some recording done after this, so I'm just going to go right ahead into our final show of the evening and the next episode of Buddy Daddies. Episode 3. Let it load, pause, first frame. Copy, paste. There you go. Close out of high dive because I don't need that anymore. Full screen. And going to take just another sip of my drink here. And go ahead into Buddy Daddies, the show that so far I'm okay with. Like, it's not in danger of being dropped, I don't think, but let's see what they do with the premise for the next couple episodes. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, boop. Ah, that dog is very dead. Okay, this is not Ray's very tragic backstory. Oh, it is Ray. Okay. Okay. Just gonna glance over that casual racism, I think. You basically got chocolate or chocolate Cheerios or something. You don't need to work as hard cooking anymore. I mean, you know her parents. I guess she likes bananas. Eh. Are you allowed to say that? Don't say that in front of her. My god, I thought I was the edgy one. Oh yeah, this is the opening where if it had like 80,000% less auto-tune, I'd probably like it a lot better. Hi, 2 other female characters that we haven't seen yet. Yeah, like this, but without the noticeable autotune, just like really soulful singing, like same energy, same tempo, everything else, I think would sound really cool. And make no mistake, I'm not as 100% against autotune as I used to be. I am aware that autotune slash Melodyne are effectively industry standards now. Like, the artist who doesn't use any pitch correction is very much the exception, not the rule. So I'm willing to accept some autotune, but it's like, when I listen to it and I hear autotune, it's not just like, oh, that's a nice solid pitch. That's where it's, okay, you can probably scale it back. Yadorigi. Yeah. Oh, right, they absolutely fucked it up. Here's a 500% tip. It's like this entire thing is a flashback from the first scene of episode 1, so, like, we know that they're keeping her. It is only a question of figuring out the reasoning of how. Not the how, of why. You know, the easier thing to put in that sentence. Don't actually eat it. Just play eating. I mean, to be fair, that's also how I would probably react if there was a goddamn sweet potato truck. Yeah, we saw the first 5 seconds of this episode. Oh yeah, you don't have money, do you? Is it like, who's paying for it? I mean, I guess they don't have a joint bank account. We bought 2. Maybe you can get some good momentum going on your own. How do you answer that? Oh no. Just say you're her guardian or something. Damn it, she learned. Well, you're not on a watch list. So that you don't get in trouble, you dumbass. And he said uncle in the last episode, I think, and good enough. And if episode 2 is to be believed, the bathroom. I'm surprised he didn't come up with a gun. Dude, aren't you gonna develop sores or something if you just sleep on the bathtub ground? Like, you don't got a mat or anything in there. Oh no, I'm remembering childhood. Oh, her mom, right. You did check that she's still there and working and not dead, etc., right? I can mostly follow that, because it's just using Kana for the most part. Actually, no, it was mostly using kanji, and I think about Supa was the only thing that was Kana, but I was listening to what they were actually saying. Checking into the hotel or something? So my assumption is that the mother's going to be a horrible person who essentially abandoned her daughter. Let's see what they do with that, though. Okay, scope out the area for a bit. Thank you, show, for convincing me to never have a child. Yeah, if it's mainly a bar, I wouldn't exactly expect it to be busy or popular or whatever at, like, I mean, the sun's up at the very least. What are you doing, a rehearsal or something? Why is the door unlocked? Yeah, that's pretty much as expected so far. You just had an empty bottle, huh? That's her boss. Oh, that's her boyfriend. Thank you, Ray. You finally fucking gave in. Just step on it or something. He literally doesn't know how this works, does he? Oh no, there are people. He understands the idea of keeping up appearances, but hates every moment. He literally said he's her dad. Dude, you were there for him saying that he's her real dad. Did you have to kill a dog on your own or something? Shockingly, the assassin comes from a fucked up past. Okay, I want this to be an actual, like, full, candid conversation, just straight up, do you want your daughter back? That's all she ever knew. Yeah, I figured that was gonna be part of that. I was hoping for more of an admission of maybe I just wasn't fucking ready for a kid. Damn! You wanna fucking shoot him instead? That building looks like a real building, I'm just not sure where it is. Ah, she went to a hot dog stand. For once, the police are kind of in the right here. Oh shit. My traumatic past. Oh, looks like I got a daughter now. Get the fuck off her. Not the best starting line, but okay. I mean, basically. Did they ask if she's his kid? Can we see some ID? What is her full name? What is your family name? Etc. Etc. I thought he was just gonna drop it and look back down at her or something. Okay, that's a good exchange there, actually. I mean, accurate. Hmm. And scrub through to the end. Look, yeah, looks like there is an after credits actually. So let's go ahead and just let it play out then. Yeah, a little bit shorter of a watch along this week because missing one show, which turns out I could have not skipped it. Whoops. I'll try to add that to the kind of checklist of stuff to keep track of while I'm making the slides per week. Yeah, all in all, I mean, last season was so goddamn stacked that it's impossible to compare. But like the off-stream stuff this season is a mixed bag, generally strong, but partly because we're watching stuff from previous seasons that are explicitly known to be good, or at least start good. We'll see how summertime rendering goes. The stuff for this season is a bit more mixed, I'd say. Again, though, last season had Chainsaw Man, Bocchi the Rock, and Octave Made More all at the same time, which is just absurd. I mean, this season still has My Hero Academia, and looks like it's going places. Blue Lock is still an extremely roastable show. I just didn't talk about it earlier. And all of the stuff that I did talk about earlier, including Vinland Saga, which is still goddamn amazing. We haven't even gotten to any of the really good stuff with Vinland Saga Season 2, and it's just, this is real good. I want this. Okay, after credits, what you got for me? You should probably get her actual pajamas at some point. Why do you think this? Yeah, neither of them are getting any sleep tonight. Oh, he's actually asleep. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. And that would do it for the walk along. Walk along? The watch along. So, since I do want to get some recording done, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it pretty quickly. If this live stream has enjoyed your life, then go ahead and do what I YouTube stuff here a million times. Hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day, and hope to see you in the next one, where, tomorrow I have no... Well, wait, tomorrow I intend to see if I can do the Genshin Impact Lantern Rite event. I still need to get through the prerequisite quest for that, so I don't even know if the entire event is unlocked or not at the moment, because I can't see if there's any time locks on it still. It's possible that I'll get through that event, or that I'll get through that story, unlock the event, and if there is still a time lock, then I'll probably wait until the day the time lock releases and then do the entire event on that day. So make sure to go ahead and follow me at Twitter, go ahead and make sure to follow me on Twitter at Peter Moxilin, there we go, for various updates on what I intend to stream, my streaming schedule, or just hear my random ass ramblings about video games, anime, astronomy, whatever the hell. And for this week in particular, then, to see if I'm still doing Lantern Rite tomorrow, or if it's going to be a future day or not. But yeah, until then, I hope you have enjoyed your time here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.